Biohacking. It's everywhere you look these days. Seems like everybody wants to, upgrade themselves somehow.
Yeah, it really has kind of exploded, hasn't it? Guess it's only natural, right? Always trying to reach your full potential. And then some, maybe.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, where does potential end and, well, the unknown begin? Yeah. We're talking everything from, like, what, special diets to, I don't know, implanting microchips.
Oh, absolutely. You've got the full spectrum. You got your folks just trying to sleep better, maybe optimize their workout, right? And then you got, like you said, the hardcore grinders putting magnets under their skin and whatnot. Wild stuff.
See, that's where I kind of tap out. Magnets, not for me. Yeah. But I gotta admit, I'm curious about the stuff that's maybe a little closer to home. Like my fitness tracker, that's basically biohacking, right?
Exactly. You're already doing it. It's all about gathering that data, seeing how you're doing, making those little tweaks.
Okay, that makes me feel better about my Fitbit obsession. But then there's those smart drugs, the Nootropics. Those seem huge now, especially in Silicon Valley. Are they legit or just a bunch of hype?
Nootropics. Definitely a hot topic. It's that whole drive to be sharper, more focused. And look, some people swear by them, say they boost their memory, help them learn faster, and there might be something to it, messing with brain chemistry and all.
Brain chemistry. See, now that's where it gets a little intense for me. Messing with the very wiring up there.
Right. It's not just a cup of coffee, that's for sure. And that's where the caution comes in. We don't really know the long-term effects of some of this stuff. You're not instantly going to be Einstein just because you popped a pill.
So, no shortcuts to genius then. Bummer. But seriously, this whole idea of control, of really being able to influence our biology, that's powerful stuff.
Absolutely. And that's what biohacking is all about, isn't it? Taking the reins, so to speak. But then you get into gene editing. And that's a whole other ballgame. We're not just talking about fine-tuning. We're talking about potentially rewriting the code itself.
Okay, yeah, gene editing. Now we're getting into some serious sci-fi territory. And that's where I start to wonder, have we gone too far?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Where does that line exist? But before we dive into that ethical rabbit hole, let's explore some other corners of the biohacking world, shall we?
It's a lot, right? Like, we started with, should I get another hour of sleep?
Yeah.
And now we're talking about, like, changing what it means to be human.
It is a pretty wild ride when you put it like that. But I guess that's the thing about biohacking. It's always pushing those limits. What's possible? What's next? But it's not all about, gene editing and crazy stuff. Sometimes it's just about information, really.
You're talking about that whole quantified self idea? Tracking all that data steps, sleep, whatever your gadget can measure. Is that really biohacking, though?
Sure, it is. It's all connected. You're using tech to understand your body better.
Yeah.
And then you tweak things, make adjustments. It's all about optimization in the end.
I can get behind that. I mean, who doesn't love a good graph of their sleep patterns? But
Yeah.
I wonder, when does it become too much? Like, are we going to be anxious about every little dip in our heart rate variability or whatever?
That's the balancing act for sure. Knowledge is power, right? But it can also make you a bit crazy if you let it. You start chasing numbers instead of, just living your life.
It's like that saying, you can't optimize for everything. Sometimes you just got to say, this is good enough, I'm going outside.
Exactly. And that's a very human thing to do, isn't it? To step away from all the data, all the striving. And that brings us to, well, a very big question that comes up with biohacking. What about immortality?
Okay, yeah, that one, living forever.
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate biohack, isn't it? But is it even possible? Or are we talking pure science fiction here?
Well, it's definitely captured the imagination for a long time. And look, there are folks out there, serious scientists, who think it's more than just a fantasy. They're working on ways to, slow down aging at the cellular level, even reverse it potentially.
Reverse aging. Now, that's just messing with me. How are they spinning backwards on treadmills?
If only it were that easy. It's complicated stuff, obviously. Gene editing is one avenue. But also, think about replacing damaged organs, stuff like that. Hitting the reset button on the body, basically.
See, now this is where I have to ask. Even if we could do all that, should we? I mean, living forever, that would change everything, right? Society, relationships, the whole shebang.
Those are the big questions, no doubt. And that's what makes this conversation so important. It's not just about the how anymore, but the why and the what then. If we could live for centuries, what would it even mean to be human?
Right now, my brain officially hurts. I need a break and maybe a nap.
I hear you. But the thing is, biohacking isn't just about life and death. It's about everything in between, too. It's prosthetics, it's cognitive enhancement, it's even art, believe it or not.
Oh, art, now that I got to hear more about. You're saying biohacking can make me a better painter?
Maybe not a better painter, but it's definitely being used in creative ways. Artists are using bioluminescence, growing sculptures from living tissue. It's wild.
Okay, see, this is why I love these deep dives. Always learning something new. But seriously, with all this potential, with all the amazing stuff biohacking could do, we got to be smart about it, right?
100%. It's powerful. There's no doubt about that. But power without responsibility, well, that's a recipe for disaster. We've got to be talking about the ethics, the risks, alongside all the cool possibilities.
So how do we do that? How do we make sure we're using these tools for good, for everybody, not just a select few?
Yeah, it's almost like too much to think about sometimes, you know? It's like, where do we even start? We've got to be careful with this stuff, right?
No doubt about it. It's not like we can just hit pause on all this progress either. Biohacking is out there. It's happening. So the question is, how do we make sure it's a good thing,
Hmm.
ultimately, for everyone, not just, like you said, a select few?
Right, exactly. So what's the answer? Is there like a biohacking for beginners guidebook we can hand out?
Huh. I wish it were that easy. I think a big part of it is just talking about it
Mm.
openly and honestly.
Yeah.
The more people understand, the better choices they can make. It's about giving folks the information, helping them see both the potential and indeed the risks. Okay, so education is key. Makes sense. But even then, there's not always going to be a clear right or wrong answer, is there?
Nope. And that's part of what makes it so challenging. It forces us to really examine our values. What do we believe? What kind of future are we trying to create? It all gets kind of philosophical, really, when you start talking about enhancing humans. What does it even mean to be human if we can, like, customize ourselves?
Ooh, okay, now my head's spinning again. But you're right. These aren't just abstract ideas anymore. There are real consequences to all this. Like, what happens when only rich people can afford to biohack themselves? Talk about inequality, right?
Exactly. And that's just one example. Think about athletes using biohacking to get an edge. Is that fair play? Or what about, like, screening embryos for certain genes? Are we playing God? There's no easy answers.
See, this is what I love about our deep dives, though. We don't shy away from the tough stuff. It's all about getting people thinking, having those conversations. So for anyone listening who's feeling a little overwhelmed right now,
Mhm.
well, good. That
Yeah.
means your brain is working.
Huh. Exactly. Don't shut down, lean in. Because this isn't some science fiction movie. This is the world we're living in, Anobuyu. And it's up to all of us to shape where it goes from here.
All right, I'm fired up now. I'm ready to go biohack something. Maybe just a good night's sleep for now, but still. Big thanks to you, as always, for taking us down this rabbit hole. It's always an adventure.
Anytime. That's what we're here for. Keep those questions coming, folks, and keep exploring.
And on that note, we'll wrap it up for today. This is Host Name,
And expert name.
reminding you to stay curious, stay informed, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.